Look, this is one of the reasons that Peter Obi keeps having problem in the political parties that he joins. In fact, this is the reason why Peter Obi had problems in PDP, why he had problems in Labour Party, why he had problems, or is having problems, or will have problems in the African Democratic Congress right now. Because of these particular reasons. Now, the first thing that comes to mind is that Tinubu or the APC is behind the problems in the political parties, particularly in the opposition. That Tinubu is the cause. Tinubu's hand might be connected, yes, but it is not the only reason. In fact, it is not the major reason. The major reason is because of what they keep whispering into Peter Obi's ear, what they keep telling him. And it's a narrative that they have always pushed. What is that narrative? They keep telling people, or telling themselves, or telling Nigerians that the leadership of a party is the internal affairs of the party. That INEC cannot interfere, that the judiciary, the courts cannot interfere. They keep telling themselves that. Now, this is true, but it's not totally true. A belief in this principle, this information, this statement is the cause, the major cause why Peter Obi keeps having problem. Look at the political parties, whether it is PDP, whether it is Labour Party, whether it is the ADC. The leadership of the party keeps having problem. Why? It is easy, or the lazy excuse will be to blame Tinubu, but that will be the lazy excuse. The truth is that somehow everybody is holding on to the fact that the leadership of the party is the internal affairs of the party. But here is the question. The Electoral Act in section 83, subsection 5, subsection 6, subsection, and going further, what do they say about the interference of INEC and the interference of court? What do they say? If the handover of the African Democratic Congress that RAF conducted, handing it over to David Mark, if that handover followed the constitution of the African Democratic Congress, would we have the problem we are having today? It is a problem to just simply hold on to the fact that, oh, the Electoral Act said, the Supreme Court has ruled that nobody should interfere in the leadership of a party because it's internal affairs. In fact, right now you have Alpha Mosigwe, the NBA president, and some lawyers coming out to say, no, you should sanction lawyers that take cases involving leadership of party to court. And they are holding on to that. That is exactly why Peter Obi is having issues. Look at it. The Electoral Act, and even it stands to reason, stipulates that, yes, the leadership of a political party is the internal affairs of that party. Nobody should interfere. But if the constitution of the party is breached by the leaders of that party, any single member of that party can take the leadership to court. I don't know if this is clear. If the leadership of a party continuously, or even in a single location, breaks or breaches the constitution of that political party, are you saying that the court cannot intervene? Are you saying that INEC cannot intervene? The other time I used the analogy, INEC is the umpire. They are supposed to be neutral. Yes. Good. INEC is the referee. They are supposed to be neutral. Yes. But here's the question I have for you. If a referee is refereeing a match that has two opposing teams, Arsenal versus Man U, but you have one Arsenal player that does not know the offside rule and keeps breaking it, or you have one Man U attacker that keeps going for the leg of the defenders of Arsenal, which are against the rules. Are you saying that the referee should not intervene? So if the Arsenal attacker is offside, the referee should not intervene to say, no, you have gone offside, you have broken the rules. Is it possible that you have players that do not know the rules? It is assumed that they know. But when they break it, whether knowingly or unknowingly, the referee is empowered to intervene. Mind you, every political party has their constitution registered with INEC. So if you do anything as leadership of a political party and that thing is against the constitution, INEC has power and right and legal and moral ground to intervene. So do the courts. Now, Peter Obi keeps holding on to this. They are wrong. INEC is wrong. INEC is wrong. No, sir. It is not INEC that is wrong. It is you that is wrong. If you believe this so much that you hold on to it, you will now be aligning with the wrong person. Consensus is good, but consensus is more difficult than democracy. Even consensus within democracy is very difficult because it is dangerous. Here's why it is dangerous. If 1,000 members of African Democratic Congress, 100 members of the NEC of ADC holds a NEC meeting, and all of them, maybe 99 of them, decides to take a decision that is against the constitution of the ADC. You see that remaining one person. You might say, oh, it is minority, it is minority. That one person is entitled by right to contest the breach of that constitution of the party. That person is empowered. So when you come to say, oh, Nafiu Bala is one man, like Raf Unsu is saying, this person is, how many of the ADC state chairmen? We have over 24. Only about 8 of them. 8 out of 24. No! That's not how the issue of breach of the constitution of a party works. Even if it is only one person, the person can go to court. It is because Peter Obi believes that the leadership is internal affairs of a party. That is why he keeps aligning themselves with these people. Now, he's beginning to see that he's made a mistake. If not, why will he be answering the way he answered the question he was asked in the National Convention of the ADC? Because some things are now becoming clear. The hand of Atiku is beginning to show. The men, the stakeholders, the loyalists, the henchmen that he has put in key positions, they are beginning to show that there's nothing that is going to be free and fair about the ADC primaries. Nothing. It is going to be transactional. Peter Obi, get it into your head if you don't get it into your head yet. Because you keep thinking that these people have changed. Oh, they are ready to make sacrifice for the country. They're not ready. Atiku is not ready to make any sacrifice for any country. Kwakwanso, Rabiu, they are not. Tambuwal, those guys are not ready to make any sacrifice for any country. Open your eye. Those guys are ready to work for Atiku. They will make the primaries transactional. Quote me today, quote me tomorrow. There's no way an Atiku. Tell me now, how is it possible that Atiku will do primaries? He no go share dollar. Amechi will do primaries. He no go share dollar. He no give people money. How? You are there, Peter Obi, thinking that, oh, it will not be transactional. But I'm sure you are beginning to read between the lines. You are seeing the signs that it's going to be transactional. These guys, they're never born again like you think. Oh. So if you know what is good for you, Japa Kuro for ADC. There are other options. There's the DLE. There's the NDC. There's even Showore's AAC. You stand a better chance there than with these guys. Oh. You stand a better chance there than with these guys. I don't talk my own. I pray you take it. I pray you take it. I hope you don't come to realize that what I'm saying is true when it is too late. I hope